Good evening. Tonight we're going to start with Unit 4, Lesson 16, Generate a Common Numerator or Denominator to Compare Fractions. So this is where we're going to be using multiplication or division to find those common numerators and denominators. Let's get started. When renaming 3/5 and 2/3 to compare fractions, we need to find a common denominator. So we need to look at this 5 and this 3 and see what common denominator do they have. So we could use these area models to figure out how much, and they're breaking it up. And we have this top part that shows 3/5, and then we have another one that is showing 2/3, which is going down this way. Okay, and then we're said that all of this is now equal to 9/15. All of this is equal to 10/15. Now another way of you can draw these and compare, or you can go like this: 3/5, 2/3, and the common denominator that they have in common would be 15. So we say 3 times what gave us 15? Well, 5. And whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So 2 times 5 is 10. 5 and then gave us 15. What did we do? We multiplied by 3. Whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top, and that's how we got 9/15. So we have 9/15 and 10/15. So now we know who is larger, who is smaller. So it's clear that 2/3 is bigger than 3/5, which makes sense because it's 1/3 away from being a whole, that benchmark. All right, 3/4 greater than, less than, or equal to 2/3. Here we have these models to demonstrate how to find which one is larger. So they drew the pictures to show 3/4, which is equal to 9/12, and 2/3, which equals to 8/12. And the common denominator that these two numbers shared was 12. And how they did that is they multiplied 3/4 by 3, and then 2/3 by 4 to get 8/12 and 9/12. So we knew that 3/4 was larger than 2/3 by using the common denominator strategy. And they also used the pictures to break it up to show visually what it looks like. This is very tricky because this one right here and then this one, they both are 1/4. One's 1/4 away, and one's 1/3 away from being a whole. So this one was pretty tricky just to look at it and say, oh, that one's greater, by using those benchmarks. So it's always nice to use one of these strategies to test it out. 2/5 greater than, less than, or equal to 5/12. And in here, we wanted to find a common numerator. We could have found a common denominator, but that would end up becoming very large. So we chose the numerator one. Numerator is the top of the part of the fraction. And here, because they both have 10 in common in the numerator, we multiplied top and the bottom by 5, top and the bottom by 2, and we got 10/25 and 10/24. And by just looking at that, you know that 10/25 is going to be less than 10/24. So 5/12 is larger than 2/5. Next one, we want to find the common numerator to help figure out is 6/8 greater than, less than, or equal to 5/6. And to see what, when we looked at the numerator, we ask ourselves, what do these two numbers have in common? Well, they have a 30. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 5 to get 30/40. And then over here, multiply the top and the bottom by 6 to get 30/36. And then by looking at this, you know that 6/8 would be less than 5/6 because 30/36 is greater than 30/40. So 6/8 is less than 5/6. Hopefully you're not looking at the computer screen by what we just did. We'll practice this more, but check out the next two problems and see if maybe if you can change that expression on your face right now. Greater than, less than, or equal to 4/6 and 3/4. Maybe find the common denominator, common numerator, whichever helps, and solve it. Use benchmarks to help you also. 4/9 greater than, less than, or equal to 5/12. Again, maybe look at the denominator and the numerator. Use those benchmarks to help you solve this. Let me relax. I will exist later. Doesn't that look nice? Have a great night, guys.